What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brandy from Stay Snatched, and today I'm sharing controversial green bean casserole. I say controversial because you either love it or you hate it, but I'm gonna show you how I got turned into liking it, and it's by making my own filling and not using that canned cream of mushroom soup. Stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how I do it. I've shared my homemade cream of chicken soup or cream of mushroom soup recipe and how I make it before. So I just pulled in that footage from a previous video because this time of year, I keep this on deck in my fridge because I use it in quite a few different recipes. So if you check out the description box below, I'll include full detailed measurements for everything I'm using. I start by combining flour and milk along with some spices in a bowl, and I'm gonna whisk all of this together until everything is completely combined here. I have a pan on the stove boiling at medium heat with broth in it. So once this mixture is combined, I'm gonna add that to the broth. And I like to add it in stages. So first I'm gonna add maybe half of it, give everything a good stir, and then I'm gonna go in with the next half. And so you can reduce the heat at this moment to low and continue to just stir and make sure everything is fully combined. You're gonna do that for several minutes until this starts to thicken up. It's gonna get creamy, and I promise you, this is going to taste so much better than anything that you can get in a can. And it really uses simple ingredients. It's not too complicated to make this. At this time, I like to taste it repeatedly, adjust the spices. If you want mushrooms, you can add in mushrooms here as well. But that's it. That's how you make your own cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom soup. It's just a filling. And so for the green beans in this casserole, you can use fresh green beans, frozen green beans, or canned green beans. If you're using fresh or frozen green beans, then you'll need to boil those, and it's actually called blanching. You'll boil them in some water and only cook them for about 2 to 3 minutes, or however long it takes for them to get tender. They're gonna turn a bright green. You don't need to overcook these, you just need to get them soft. And so once they're tender, you can remove them from the heat and run some cold water over them so that they stop cooking, or you can put them in an ice bath. Either method is gonna work just fine. And so from here, you're gonna take your, I like to use homemade creamed soup, but you can also use a 10.5 ounce can if you wish. And I'm gonna combine that with some cheddar cheese. This is also another way I kind of just give this dish so much more flavor. We're just gonna combine these two ingredients and stir until this thickens up. I'm using a 12-inch cast iron skillet here. You can also bake your green bean casserole in a 9 by 13-inch baking dish, but I'm just gonna use my cast iron here because I can use the same pan that I used to heat up this filling that I'm gonna use to bake the dish in. So once everything is nice and creamy, we're ready to go, but not before we add some seasoning. I'm gonna add in some garlic powder, some salt and pepper, give everything a nice stir. And like I said, taste this repeatedly because your casserole is going to taste a lot like this filling. From there, I'm gonna add in the green beans and give everything a good stir. Make sure everything is well saturated here. And from here, this is going to bake in a 350-degree oven for about 30 to 35 minutes, however long it takes for that mixture to bubble. You want it to get nice and bubbly. So once the mixture gets bubbly, I'm gonna go in with the French onions. This is a classic ingredient for green bean casserole. You can also use breadcrumbs if you like. And then I top it with just a little bit more shredded cheese. That is just gonna give me a nice crunchy layer, and it pairs wonderfully with those fried onions. From there, this goes back in the oven for 5 to 10 minutes, however long it takes to get a crispy topping, and boom. There you have it. This is the upgraded version. I highly recommend you try it this holiday season.